Hello, my name is Asyam and today I will be reviewing a book called Money for Beginners. I decided to buy this book because it was perfectly illustrated and it was very interesting to kind of look through this book, and I was like, I don't care, I'm gonna buy it. And I think I don't know, it's just such a beautiful book. And let's start with what is money? Even people who deal with money every day, like bankers, accountants, economists, don't all agree about what money is. The simplest but slightly incomplete answer is that it's anything that is accepted as payment. In theory, it means all kinds of things. Unfortunately, not many people will accept stickers or carrots as payment. Instead, there are two forms of money that most people use every day. It's cash and electronic money. When you pay with e-money, no physical money changes hands. Instead, the e-money is sent from the bank account of the person paying to the account of the person or business selling. Behind the scenes, the process of moving e-money from one account to another can be quite complicated. Anyone with a bank account has electronic money. Different devices can be used as e-money to pay for things. So how money moves? Money flows between people constantly. When money moves from one person to another, it's known as an exchange or transaction. Here are the main ways it happens. First, earning. Most people earn money by doing a job that somebody pays them for. Then spending. People spend money they earn or things they need on things they need, such as food and electricity, and stuff they want, such as books and treats. There's more in spending in chapter 5. Taxation. People can't keep all the money they make. Everyone has to give some to the government to help pay for public services such as schools and hospitals. This is known as taxation. Donating. Some organizations and charities rely on people giving the money. Giving money to a cause is known as donating. Investing. Investing is when someone spends money on something to make more money from it eventually. There are many different ways to invest. Borrowing and lending. When people can't afford to do something, they can sometimes borrow money from somewhere else, such as a bank. Lent money is known as a loan. All loans have to be paid back. There's more about borrowing in chapter 4. And stealing. Another way money moves is when it's stolen, which is of course illegal. In the last year alone, hundreds of billions of dollars worth of money was stolen worldwide. There's more about money crimes on pages 66 and 67. Money around the world. Nobody knows exactly how much cash and e-money there is in the world. It exists in so many different currencies and it's hard to calculate. In 2017, US government estimated that there's slightly over 80 trillion US dollars out there. The amount changes every day, and to kind of picture it, for 80 trillion dollars you could buy around 350 million houses in Quebec, 1.3 trillion microwave ovens in Ohio, 160 trillion rolls of toilet paper in Bolivia, enough to cover South America in over 20 layers of toilet paper, 160 billion flights from Paris to New York and back. There are currently 180 currencies in use across nearly 200 countries. A single unit of one currency, such as $1 US, is rarely worth the same as one unit of another currency, such as $1 Bolivian. In Russia, the main currency is the ruble. In June, 1 ruble was worth around 5 tenge, the currency used in Kazakhstan around 10 yuan, the currency used in China, and around 2 dinar, the currency used in Algeria. Around 0.2 rand, the currency used in South Africa. And throughout the rest of this book, prices and amounts of money are all shown in the same currency, US dollar. I don't know if I showed it. Let me show you. Okay, money customs. People follow all sorts of rules when they handle and talk about money, often without realizing it. These change over time and vary from country to country and even family to family. In some places, such as supermarket, prices tend to be set. Super bunch for $1, $1 each. And in other, they aren't discussing prices known as negotiating. $2 for a bunch, $1, $1.50, deal. Sometimes everyone pays their share. Let's split it. At other times, one person may pay for everything. It's my treat. I invited you all to be here and celebrate. I will pay for you. Giving a bit extra money in exchange for someone's service is known as a tip. Americans expect big tips. 20% is typical, whereas in China people don't tip at all. In Kazakhstan we tip like, I don't know if it's a tip, it's like already included, like 10% tip. But also we can pay like 15 or 20% tip. In Korea and Japan people hand over money and gifts using 2 hands as a sign of respect. Lots and lots of people worry about money regardless of how much or little they feel they have. Sharing information with people you trust can be a good way of picking up useful advice. Talking about money is sometimes seen as rude. This is because it's often a personal, even emotional topic. How much did your t-shirt cost? None of your business. That means it was expensive. You're embarrassed. So what if it was? Be sensitive about other people's finances. Don't suggest going to the cinemas if you know the other person can't afford it. Suggest watching a movie at home instead. Not everyone is happy talking in detail about their finances. Respect their privacy. Avoid judging what other people spend their money on, too. Okay, chapter 1. How money works. Money is everywhere, whether you think of it as pieces of metal, sheets of paper, or as numbers in a bank account. And yet most people use it every day without thinking about what it is or how it works. You can't use just anything as money. It has to have some very specific features to make it valuable. What's money for? Money is for buying things. Yes, but it has other uses too. If it was just about buying something, you might not need money at all. Can I have your game if you give me these carrots? Perfect. My packed lunch was a bit small today. It's a deal. This way of buying something is called bartering. And you don't need money to do it. But how can you barter if only one person has what the other one wants? This is where money comes in handy. People nearly always want money, so you can nearly always use it to buy what you want. Experts say that when people use money to buy things and trade with each other, they're using it as a medium of exchange, but there are other ways to use money. You could also save it to use as a later date or collect it until you have more. When money is used in this way, experts say it's being used as a store of value. It's like this illustration of like, I really want a guitar, but I only have $5. I have to start saving and another few months and I should have enough for my dream guitar. So he saves this money. It's only possible to save money because it keeps on being worth something. People also use money to measure value in the same way they use minutes and seconds to measure time. This makes it easier to work out what you can afford to buy and to compare how much different things are worth. You might not always agree with how much something costs, but even then, you're still using money to measure how much it's worth. This guitar is cheaper than that one. If I buy it, I'll have enough to buy a case too. Experts call this using money as a unit of count. Easy money. Money would stop working if it was difficult to use. It's no coincidence that cash and e-money are used all over the world, but carrots say aren't. Money has certain attributes that make it excellent at what it does. The things that work best as money are portable, uniform, divisible, and durable. Portable, it's easy to carry around, like cash, e-money, and carrots. Uniform, each piece in each currency that's worth the same also looks the same, like cash, e-money, and like carrots chopped up into identical pieces. Divisible, pieces worth amounts small enough to pay for things of any price, like cash, e-money, and carrots chopped into the identical pieces of different sizes. And durable, won't break or rot, like cash, e-money, not carrots. In practice, even cash and e-money aren't perfect. Notes can tear, coins can wear down, credit cards can snap, and computer failures at banks can make e-money disappear, but most of the times, all these work just fine. Liquid money. Money flows easily from one person to another and from business to business. Nearly everyone is happy to accept it as a form of payment, so it can be used to buy nearly anything. This quality is known as liquidity. If a customer buys a jacket in a shop, money from the sale can be used in many different ways. The shop owner can use some of the money to buy more jackets from a factory. The factory owner that uses some of this money to pay us to make this jacket. This shop owner also uses some of the money to pay me to sell jackets and other clothes. The factory owner can also spend the money on tools and materials. The factory workers and store assistants can use their money to buy things for themselves. The same money is passed around and around. Everyone can use it and buy what they want. The cycle goes on and on as money flows between buyers and sellers. Thank you for watching it. Part 2 will be soon.